Well, we start with some developing news. Problems are escalating at the Bernalillo County Treasurer's Office. We have learned that federal investigators are now asking questions about how the treasurer has been investing your money.
And State Auditor Hector Balderas has uncovered enough problems there, he says, that he has decided to start digging deeper as well.
The special audit will focus on the securities aspect of the Treasurer's Office.
Mr. Balderas' annual report on the Treasurer's Office is not public yet, but he's already ordered a rare special audit about how the Treasurer's Office has invested hundreds of millions of taxpayer dollars. Mr. Balderas says his staff has met resistance almost from day one, from the Treasurer, Manny Ortiz, his Chief Investment Officer, and former Treasurer, Patrick Padilla, and Deputy Treasurer, Fidel Bernal. Mr. Balderas calls this an oversight crisis, saying, quote, the governing bodies in charge of managing the county are in conflict, and clearly there needs to be a rewrite of investment policy and a tightening of internal controls. We'll keep you updated on what happens. On 532, you know this. Every school has one basically these days, a tough ban on weapons and strict punishment for students who violate it.
But one district in a rural part of the state thinks its policy is too harsh, so they're modifying it. The Belen Consolidated School Board voted unanimously this week to rework its weapons policy. It's adding a line that reads, with the intent to harm or injure. The district says its old policy was too strict and left little room for interpretation. The superintendent recently had to intervene when a kindergartner was about to be suspended for bringing a 2-inch plastic gun to school to play with.
We're not trying to water down the policy, as I would say. We're actually trying to use some common sense here.
The new policy also allows for more flexibility with real weapons to accommodate the agriculture community. So a child who accidentally brings a pocket knife to school or forgets he or she has a hunting rifle in the car may not be suspended. The weapons, however, will still be confiscated. Albuquerque Public Schools Superintendent Winston Brooks is due back on the job this morning after being suspended for 3 days. Brooks found himself in hot water last week after some of his tweets appeared to compare Education Secretary designate Hannah Scandera to a farm animal. Brooks apologized for his actions and deleted his Twitter account. After meeting with the school board last Friday, they all decided a 3-day suspension without pay would be appropriate. All right, ask yourself this, is your energy bill too high? If so,
everybody says guilty.
I know, right? If so, there will soon be some ways for you to reduce it.
Yeah, P&M just got a $22.5 million grant to go ahead and help you do that. Our Samantha McDonald is here to explain how all of that cash can help all of us. Hey, Samantha.
Good morning, Matt and Elizabeth. You may be wasting more energy than you realize when you're in your home. And this new P&M plan is expected to provide over 80 gigawatt hours in savings over the next 2 years. This is how it will work. If customers purchase new lighting and appliances through P&M, they will receive rebates. The exact amount will depend on the purchase. Some of the things you can buy include evaporated cooling system, refrigerated air, and energy efficient pool pumping. Customers will also receive rebates for doing a home energy audit, which will help identify ways to save energy. And P&M has lots of tips for making your home more energy efficient in the meantime. Reps suggest caulking your drafty doors and windows. They also say to leave your blinds open during the day and close them at night to retain heat. A ceiling fan will push down warm air during the winter. And don't forget to dim your lights.
A programmable thermostat can allow you to set it so that your heater comes on right before you come home from work, but then goes off while you're away during the day.
Another tip from P&M to save energy, make sure your dishwasher is full before running it and turn off the heat dry. Back to you.
All right, thank you, Samantha. P&M has to tell the state's Public Regulation Commission about this plan. Then we should all be able to take advantage of it next year. Well, it's no surprise New Mexico needs nurses, and now Governor Martinez wants to help them get here.
Yes, she is launching a proposal to streamline the process for licensed nurses in other states to get their license here. Governor Martinez is also trying to recruit more nurse practitioners from Texas, Oklahoma, and Utah. Governor Martinez recently announced a plan offering financial assistance to nurses in New Mexico who want to continue their professional development.
We must focus on growing and developing our healthcare workforce so we can continue to provide the high quality of care that New Mexico families certainly deserve.
All but one of New Mexico's 33 counties are currently experiencing a nursing shortage. Well, this week, people who work for the Intel Corporation in Rio Rancho will find out who will be laid off. According to the Albuquerque Journal, Intel made the announcement back in September that 400 out of the more than 3,000 employees would be redeployed. Those redeployed employees will continue to be paid for 2 months while they look for a new job.
On this week that started with Veterans Day, there is a job fair today just for them. The Department of Veterans Affairs Vocational Rehabilitation and Employment Division is having this at the Veterans Memorial in the Duke City off Louisiana Southeast. Veteran-owned and operated and friendly businesses will all be there. It goes from 9 to 2. Go check it out. And if you're an aspiring farmer, or maybe just starting out as a rancher or a gardener, this may be your road to hoe. The Quivira Coalition is hosting a new Agrarian Career Connection. You may find a mentor or even a job there. Go. It's free from 6:30 to 8:30 tonight at the Embassy Suites, the one near downtown. It's off Lomas and I-25. Once again, it is free.
Yeah.